Hi, I'm Grace Chatting, and many of you will have watched my first series on how to survive living with an alcoholic, a series of videos. And I just want to welcome you now to the beginning of a new series, Beyond Survival After Living our life with an alcoholic. And it's actually also for those of you who are still living with a partner who's alcohol dependent. One of the things that I realized over the years, and I realized it quite a while ago, but it's only more recently that I realized it, and that's me, that I actually felt pretty hurt, pretty angry when I extricated myself from an alcoholic relationship, one that I thought was going to be for life. And I was deeply committed to that person. And yeah, I loved them. And many of you watching this will be very much in love with your partner who's alcoholic. And it's not even so much that you dislike or the person, but their behavior and the constant week in, week out, month in, month out, year in, year out. And it is about surviving it because the chaos of it, you just lose yourself and you lose your life. And if you're trying to be a parent at the same time, well, you're not doing a very good job of being a wife, being a mother, you're not doing a very good job of anything in spite of all your best efforts because you're running on adrenaline a lot of the time. So that's the sort of thing that when you get out of it, and some of you watching this will have gotten out of it, but the impact of living with that for years does have an effect on you. And you feel so much of a failure, so not okay with yourself, and your self-esteem's in your boots, and you've lost confidence in yourself, you doubt yourself, you doubt your own judgment. There's a whole lot of things that yourself that you got wrong, getting caught up in the drama of it all, and some of you are still caught in the drama of it all. But you want to move beyond all that. And some people actually get into a similar relationship again and wonder, how did they do that? And so part of my rationale for doing this series is to move things on, because I guess the realization that I made was I was very angry and very hurt and very low for a good period of time. And it took quite a bit of therapy and yeah, to rise above that and to get past the anger at the what I felt was really bad treatment, as you all do. You feel you're being treated badly, and you are. It's not okay to be treated in the way that people who are alcohol dependent treat their partners and their families. It's not okay. But hey, you can't move on until you see your contribution to keeping yourself stuck in that. And then when you see how you complemented the drama with your own drama of being preoccupied with them and everything they were doing, and you lost yourself and you lost your own autonomy, till your life feels like it's not your life anymore. And it isn't, to some extent, when you allow someone else's behavior to dictate how you behave. You've lost yourself. And part of the feeling terrible is because you've lost yourself. You think it's because of your partner. It's because you've lost yourself. So you've got to get that back. But really, by doing the inside job of your part in it and how you need to move on, and actually, you know that people who are alcoholic are not all bad people. It's unfortunate that they can't have a sociable drink like everybody else. It's unfortunate that their life revolves around alcohol, and you know, you can replace the alcohol with uh, any mood altering substance that becomes you can't live without it. And it can be gambling, it can be pornography, it can be, you know, you put your ex in the box. But for you who watching this, it can be your addiction to a person, that kind of codependence. So this series is about moving beyond all that. And you know, if your relationship with this person or an alcohol dependent person was your main relationship, then, you know, many of you don't actually know what a healthy relationship looks like, because many of you came from families where one or other of your parents was, you know, had an alcohol addiction. So this new series is about moving beyond those cycles of feeling trapped in, you know, the anxiety, the hyperfocus, the despair, and you, just the continual going round in circles and then hoping things will be different, and it never is different. So you finish up really needing some kind of therapy, or at least being part of a group that understands the dynamics of those kind of relationships. So the way forward is, and the series of videos will focus step by step on realizing what you've lost, your autonomy, how you've buried your own needs, and your dreams and your hopes and your vision for your own life, and notice where your life has become defined by someone else's behavior. And then you have to get used to trusting your own judgment again, because you know, you can look and see all the mistakes you made and how you got it wrong, and how you know, you can still get it wrong. So making those micro decisions that affirm yourself by, you know, making your own decisions. It was put to me in Al-Anon in the beginning to be a master of my own fate and captain of my own ship. You know, that couplet. And I thought, you must be joking. I had no clue how to be master of my own fate and captain of my own ship, because I constantly, a survival mechanism that I had developed before I even got into that relationship was how to defer to other people, and constantly not take responsibility for my own choices. You know, it would be, well, what would you like? Well, what do you want? Oh, yeah, I'm okay with that. So constantly deferring and people pleasing is just not the way to go, but it feels safe. It seems to keep you protected. So it's good to start um, um, validating your own choices and making your own choices, and allow for the vulnerability that you might get it wrong, and you probably will, but you got to do it. And then you have to allow yourself to feel again. You can numb yourself out, and that kind of emotional numbness that comes from living in what's fundamentally a psychologically abusive situation, when it's year after year after year, it affects you, it affects your family, it affects your role in the family. If you're a parent, it affects how you parent your children. It affects a lot of serious stuff. And some of that involves looking, and you know, like the 12th step is taking a fearless moral inventory and making amends. And sometimes that's hard. It's hard to see where you've gone wrong, because you, to survive, you needed to deny it was there. So naming your needs, and creating a new story, and deciding you are the creator of the rest of your life. And it might be really difficult, and it probably is, but the whole point of this new series is to take you beyond just surviving. And there is a way, and you can do it. And the series will take you step by step into creating a new life. How do you do that? So it's pretty comprehensive, and it's got, it's designed to guide you literally step by step in rebuilding your life emotionally, practically, financially, relationally, and maybe even career wise. How to pick up the lost pieces, how to reclaim. And you're never too old to be who you might have been. You can do this. So it's therapeutic, but it's creative as well. So if you want to know how to do this and you want to get these videos, uh, click subscribe and click like, and please leave some comments below. Tell me what your challenges are, what the difficulties that you're having, and I will weave it into the videos, so that you finish up with emotional healing, that you build some self-esteem and rediscover your identity. Who are you as a person? And you've got healthy boundaries. You can say yes when you want to say yes and no when you want to say no. And you can have a vision for your life, whether that's a career, or just living a life that's joyful. And maybe parenting and reparenting yourself and parenting your children, and discovering where you got it wrong, and how you can get it right, if you want to look at it in terms of right and wrong, but what works for everybody. So reclaiming, repairing the ruptures that happened, and looking at developing long-term strategies for maintaining a happy, healthy, um, resilient life, that makes you feel good about who you are and what you do. So you'll get a link for the rest of the series down below, and please click subscribe and leave your comments below. And I look forward to connecting with you in the next video. So bye for now. Bye.